Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Invest in Your Future. I'm your host, Coach Kenny, for another episode. We're here every Sunday, 9 p.m. Today, I was running a little bit late because of some other issues, but I'm always here to give back. So, guys, we've been doing a six-part money series these past couple weeks, and I'm hoping you guys have gotten a lot of value from it and also learned some new things to be relearned about the money game. We've done the part one about what money is, how like there's so much. Like I suggest you go back and listen to the first five of the money game that we started with part one all the way to part now. We're at part right now. We're at part five. We have one more piece, the sixth piece of the money game. But today we're going to really break down the systems and habits of winning the money game. All right. So, guys, if you have any comments or questions, please leave them wherever you listen to this, whether it's on the podcast, on YouTube, or on Facebook or Instagram. Leave a comment, leave a like, leave questions if you have them. Comments are always appreciated, and always love thumbs up. And if you are not a subscriber, please subscribe. We'd love to give you guys more knowledge. So you subscribe so you can get the notification when we show up, so we can help you drop more knowledge. And don't be afraid to share. Always share it with people, especially if it's good knowledge for you. It's definitely got to be good knowledge for somebody else. All right. So now, without further ado, money game part five: systems and habits of the wealthy. All right. Systems and habits of the wealthy. The wealthy people really understand a couple of things. And this is very, very important to understand that the way they think is different and the way they operate is different. So I was reading a quote, and this really pertains to this topic today about the systems and habits of the wealthy. People don't fail. Understand this. People don't fail. People fail to build or adopt systems or habits to achieve their end goals. So in theory, people don't fail. They really don't fail. People are not failures. They just fail or refuse or don't know how to build or adopt systems or habits to achieve their end goals. So if your end goal is really money and really winning at the money game, you need to build or adopt certain systems or certain habits that will help you achieve your end goal. All right. Understand that. It's very, very important to understand that. You need to build systems and processes and habits that will you need to adopt and implement into your life or your business to achieve your end goal. Now, what is a habit? A habit is pretty much is a form or a thing that you do every single day repeatedly, and you adopt it into your life. It becomes part of your life. All right. So if you play musical instruments for like 20 minutes a day for 60 days, ideally it's about 60 days before you adopt a habit, you will become good at whatever instrument you're playing. And also you adopt it into your life to really play it over and over again. That's what a habit is. So now what's a system? A system is a series of steps for a repeatable result. So a series of steps for repeatable result. This is what a system is. And a system is actually more important, most likely, than a habit, because the systems you build in life or business are going to produce to become habits. And those habits actually become who you are and to give you the results you want. All right. So that's why you need systems and habits in your life. Otherwise, you won't get the end results. All right. So now you understand that why you need systems and habits in your life and your finances. This is just the base. All right, this is the base. Once you know it, you know it. Now it's about you implementing it into your money blueprint. Remember, we talked about money blueprint. This is now the floor, the base, the foundation that you need to build to be able to have the results that you want when it comes to the money game. All right. So you're setting yourself up to win. That's what you're doing. You're setting yourself up to win by having that foundation. And it's just more about keeping consistent with it. So building, whether that's a journal or a checkbox or a calendar that you know you checked off, you've done something that can increase your money game. All right. So the first part of system or habit that the people who are winning at the money game is they take, number one is they take calculated risk. They take calculated risk. What does this entail? This means that every single day they're calculating a risk of winning or losing in whatever business it is, either their own business or their other people's businesses. They take a calculated risk every single day, whether that's buying some certain stock or in buying certain product for the business or starting a certain business. They take a calculated risk, and if the risk is great enough and the downfall is pretty much capped, they'll take that risk. So understand the system and the habit you need to build is being able to calculate risk consistently and then being able to execute on those when you see that the favor is for you to win. All right. That's what's most important when it comes to the first habit about the money game. Understand there's certain amount of money you're going to have, and that money you have a certain risk tolerance. So if this risk tolerance is I can't afford to lose all this money, I'll end up homeless, then don't take that risk. That's understanding calculated risk. Now, if you have a couple 100,000 stacked away and you have another 100,000 here, now you can take calculated risk with this 100,000 to turn it into 200, 300, 400,000 because it's not going to make you broke. That's calculating the risk of losing that money. All right. Understand you have to take calculated risk if you want to win in the money game. Number two is continuously learning and improving. All right. In order to win at the money game, you need to constantly be improving and constantly learning. Like I'm learning now about some digital marketing. I'm taking a digital marketing course, Google Ads. I'm constantly learning. Even if I've made millions of dollars, I'm still learning. I'm still improving because that's when if you're not learning, you're actually starting to die and starting to lose your previous stuff that you've learned. So understand you have to be continuously learning, improving, adjusting, figuring out what other people are doing. So that's the only way you learn is from other people. So understand you have to be around certain people. So continuously learning and to continuously improve. All right. Third part is cultivating multiple streams of income. All right. Cultivating multiple streams of income. I read a book called by Robert Allen called Multiple Streams of Income. It's one of the most life-changing books I've ever read in my life. Great book. And it breaks down the methods of being able to create multiple streams of income from one business. All right, let me give you an example. It doesn't matter what business is, you can have multiple streams. Doesn't mean you have to start multiple businesses, which is not a bad idea, but that's more headaches. So you want to think about whatever you're doing right now, business or job, whatever it is, find ways to do multiple streams of income. I remember I learned this, I think back when I was like driving Uber or something like that. And I learned, okay, there's ways to make multiple streams of income from even a job. Let me give you an example. I used to drive Uber. This is back like years ago, 10 plus years ago. And I realized, okay, what do people want in the car when they come in the car that I could sell to them? Oh, gum or water or candy bars or whatever. And these people were willing to pay $1.50, whatever it was. I was making multiple streams of income with my Uber when I was driving Uber. Now, was it legal? I don't know. I don't know if it was legal or not, but I still did it. All right. Any house that I have, multiple streams of income from that house. Any business I have, I think about multiple streams of income. So let's say you're a barber, you cut hair. Okay, your first stream of income is you cut hair. Second stream of income is you could sell the products that people could put in their hair. Third stream, you could sell the cutters, the razors that people use to cut their hair. Fourth part, you could sell lessons on teaching people how to cut hair. All these things are multiple streams of income you can put into your life to hopefully improve your money game. All right, that's number three. Number four is find like-minded people in your space. Find like-minded people. This is going to give you the biggest bang for your buck when it comes to improving your money game. Find the biggest amount of people that gather together that in either your field or around the same area as you and are able to collaborate with and leverage and use to be able to improve your money game. All right, you have to be around winners to be a winner. It's absolutely a fact. All right, so be around like-minded people. Number five kind of relates to this is build and leverage networks. All right, build and leverage networks. If you're thinking about building a network or starting a network or joining a network, understand these are the places where you can be able to meet a lot of people in a short period of time, and we can be able to leverage that for our business or for our personal gain. So listen, you can learn from a financial advisor, an insurance person, a tax person, all these people you can find in groups and networks. All right. So build and leverage networks. All right. Sixth part, we got people who are winning in the money game are always investing in themselves or in their business. Investing in yourself means taking the time or money or resources to invest in yourself. Typically, this involves going to networking events, going to conferences, going to webinars or doing webinars, going to lunches and lunch and learns and these kind of things, going to um, these growth cons, all these places that you can meet people and grow with. That's investing in yourself. Buying a book, buying a course, that's investing in yourself. Ever since I remember when I started investing in myself, I started making a lot more money. Let me repeat that. When I started investing in myself, I started making more money. Instead of seeing it as a waste of money for a book, I started as, where am I going to get my return? Where am I going to get my money on this? Now, when I bought that book, Multiple Streams of Income, that book has made me so much money because I found that one book. It took me $22 to buy that book. It caught my eye. I read it. I implemented some of the things. And next thing you know, I have a book and I have a course and I have all these things because I learned how to make multiple streams of income. All right. So, and that's coming from an investment I put in. So understand, you always have to invest in yourself. It's absolutely mandatory for you to win at the money game. You have to constantly invest in yourself. And it usually takes a lot of this to invest in yourself, especially if you want to join great masterminds and great networking events. You're going to have to pay to play. It's just a fact. All right. So be ready for that. Number seven, we focus on scalable business models. All right. So anytime we're starting a business or doing anything in terms of money game, I'm always thinking about scale. I'm not thinking about the corner shop around the corner. I'm thinking about global. So anytime I'm thinking about business model, it's got to be global. It's got to be able to give me some kind of reoccurring revenue. That's what I'm looking for. So that's what we're doing. When we're doing businesses, it's strictly how big can this thing be, and also what kind of reoccurring revenue can we reproduce every single month. All right. Number eight is use debt wisely. Using debt wisely and very being cautious in terms of how what kind of debt you're receiving. If you wouldn't want to win at the money game, like we talked about in the first episode, you have to learn about debt and taxes. Number eight right now is learning about debt and being able to manage debt, being able to use debt to return that good return on you and using it as a calculated risk. Remember, number one of this episode is calculate risk. So you use debt in a calculated way to give you a return. So understanding using debt. And if you guys don't understand all these things, contact us. We can help you. We have coaching, we have one-on-one courses, we have masterminds, we have workshops, we have conferences that we put on to help people learn these things. So if you don't understand these things, contact us. It's going to be a link right below. You can be able to contact us. We can help you with your money game. All right. So number eight is learning how to use debt wisely and to be able to leverage it to make money. All right. Number nine is prioritizing tax efficiency. This is a huge part. It's not about what you make, it's about what you keep. So what taxes do is they eat into what you make. You want to do the total opposite. You want to keep as much as you can by paying at least as amount possible in terms of taxes. And that's being cautious enough to prioritize tax efficiency, using tax attorneys, using tax bookkeepers, using accountants, CPAs, all these people in this profession that are built tax advisors, tax planning, all these things to be able to use to help your situation, your money game, stay as high as possible without being deteriorated and eaten up by taxes. All right, that's number nine, is being able to prioritize tax efficiency. And last but not least is thinking long term, right, and being patient. Every single plan that you think about, you should plan it for 5 to 10 years. When it especially comes to the money game, 5 to 10 years, you're going to make the most money possible. If you own a property, everyone knows this. Yes, you can fix and flip it within 60 days, 70 days, but you make the most money is when you keep it for 7+ years. You make the biggest return on your money, especially if it's a good location, if it's doing great things. Same with the business. Long term, think, how can I make the most amount of money with this service, product, or property, or whatever asset I'm using? So think long term. That's when you're gonna make the biggest bang for your buck when it comes to the money game. All right. So understand, for me, everything I do, I think long term. I give it 10+ years because I want the biggest return for my money. I want the biggest return for my effort. I want the biggest return on my money game. So the quick money is nice, but the long term money is actually what builds actual wealth. All right. Not the small change that you get every single month. It's really the stuff that you get 10 years from now, 5 years from now, that is $4 or $5, $6 million on one hit or one liquidity event. That's when you can actually make some changes. All right. So, guys, I appreciate you guys for joining me for another episode of Invest in Your Future. Please click the link below if you want that one-on-one coaching. If you want to sign up for some of our courses, we have a real estate course. We also have a real estate calculator called the All-in-One Calculator that can really help you guys improve your real estate game and how to be able to calculate deals in a quick way and be able to know if it's red, green is go, red is don't buy the property. It's very, very easy to use. It breaks down everything. It can break down your amortization on your loan. It can break down a fix and flip for you. It can break down a long-term hold. It can break down a short-term rental for you. The calculator is very, very cheap, but it's also really good for your business. Those people want to get started in real estate, I suggest you need this calculator. It's not like you want it, you need it. All right, it's very, very important. So those are the 10 rules that we talked about to build in systems and habits for your wealth, for building wealth, but also learning the money game. If you master these things, I guarantee it. Nothing in life is guaranteed, but I guarantee you'll have a greater chance of success by implementing these specific systems and habits in your life. All right, guys, like I said, if you have any more comments, please leave them below. If you have any questions, leave them below. After next week, after the last part of the money game, we're going to start bringing back the guests onto Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, on the Zooms. We're going to do all these things that are going to help you guys improve and level yourself up so you can start making some money yourself. All right, guys, like I said, if you have any questions, link in below, subscribe, comment, like, put a thumbs up. We appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys at the top.